Exiled, the global deportation crisis. Deportation, a word that signifies more than just the act of removing individuals from a country. It embodies the upheaval of lives, the fracturing of families, and the reshaping of societies. Across the globe, nations are intensifying their deportation policies, leading to profound human and political ramifications. This documentary delves into the multifaceted aspects of the global deportation crisis, examining its impact in the United States, Australia, the United Kingdom, Arab nations, and the unique challenges faced by Palestinians. In recent years, the United States has seen a significant escalation in deportation activities. A notable development is the resumption of deportation flights to Venezuela. On February 10, 2025, Reuters reported that the US had deported approximately 190 Venezuelans, including alleged members of the Tren de Aragua gang, a group notorious for violent crimes across South America. This action underscores the US government's commitment to addressing public safety concerns. However, the scope of deportations extends beyond individuals with criminal backgrounds. Many deportees are asylum seekers who fled their home countries to escape political persecution, economic instability, and violence. The expedited removal process, as detailed by the Houston Chronicle, allows immigration and customs enforcement to deport undocumented individuals in as little as 24 hours, often without a court hearing. This swift process has raised concerns among human rights organizations about potential violations of due process and the rights of asylum seekers. Moreover, there have been instances where individuals attending mandatory check-ins with ICE have been unexpectedly detained. The Guardian highlighted cases where immigrants, believing they were complying with legal requirements, were arrested during these check-ins and swiftly processed for deportation. Such practices have instilled fear within immigrant communities, deterring individuals from engaging with immigration authorities and accessing legal avenues available to them. Australia's deportation practices have also come under scrutiny. Secretive agreements between the Australian government and other nations have facilitated the deportation of individuals without public oversight. Critics argue that these agreements lack transparency and accountability, potentially compromising the rights and safety of those being deported. The lack of public information has raised serious ethical and legal questions about the treatment of deportees under these arrangements. Australia has adopted a discreet approach to its deportation policies, particularly concerning individuals deemed undesirable. In a confidential agreement reported by The Sun, the Australian government arranged with the Pacific island nation of Nauru to accept 3 violent offenders who could not be deported under Australian law. Among these individuals is a convicted murderer previously held in Australia's immigration detention system. This arrangement has been criticised by human rights advocates who argue that it effectively outsources Australia's responsibilities and raises ethical questions about the treatment and rights of deportees. In the United Kingdom, the deportation system has encountered public scrutiny due to unconventional legal cases. The Independent reported on an Albanian man who successfully avoided deportation by arguing that his 10-year-old son, who has sensory issues, would struggle to adapt to different types of chicken nuggets available abroad. The court accepted that deportation would impose undue hardship on the child, leading to the father's permission to remain in the UK. Another case covered by the Times involved a woman whose deportation to Grenada was postponed after she claimed her husband would face difficulties with the local climate and cuisine, emphasizing his dependence on her Caribbean cooking. These cases have ignited debates about the balance between legal enforcement and compassionate considerations within the UK's immigration system. Deportation policies in Arab countries have also garnered international attention. In Libya, for instance, over 600 Nigerian nationals were deported in January 2025, enduring a perilous journey across the Sahara Desert. The Guardian detailed how these individuals were detained by Libyan authorities and transported in overcrowded trucks under harsh conditions, raising significant human rights concerns. Deportation policies in Arab countries have also garnered international attention. In Libya, for instance, over 600 Nigerian nationals were deported in January 2025, enduring a perilous journey across the Sahara Desert. The Guardian detailed how these individuals were detained by Libyan authorities and transported in overcrowded trucks under harsh conditions, raising significant human rights concerns. Similarly, Saudi Arabia has faced criticism for its treatment of migrant workers. Human Rights Watch reported in December 2020 that a deportation center in Riyadh held hundreds of mostly Ethiopian migrant workers in degrading conditions, including severe overcrowding and allegations of torture and beatings by guards. These practices highlight the urgent need for reforms in the treatment of migrants and the implementation of deportation policies in the region. The Palestinian displacement dilemma is a complex and deeply rooted issue. It has affected countless lives and continues to be a significant point of contention in the region. From forced evictions to the loss of ancestral homes, the Palestinian people have faced numerous challenges over the decades. Addressing this dilemma requires a nuanced understanding and a commitment to finding a just and lasting solution for all parties involved. The issue of deportation and displacement is profoundly significant in the context of Palestinians. Recent proposals have suggested relocating Palestinians from Gaza to neighboring countries such as Egypt and Jordan. However, these nations have firmly rejected such plans. The Associated Press reported that both Egypt and Jordan expressed concerns that accepting additional Palestinian refugees could lead to regional destabilization and undermine the prospects for a two-state solution. The historical context of Palestinian displacement dates back to the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, during which approximately 750,000 Palestinians were expelled or fled from their homes, a period referred to as the Nakba, or catastrophe. This mass displacement has resulted in a protracted refugee crisis, with many Palestinians and their descendants still living in refugee camps across the Middle East. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency, or UNRWA, continues to provide assistance to these populations, yet a durable solution remains elusive. The global deportation crisis presents complex challenges that intertwine legal, humanitarian, and political dimensions. From the expedited deportations in the United States to Australia's secretive agreements, the United Kingdom's unique legal appeals, the practices in Arab nations, and the enduring plight of Palestinian refugees, each scenario underscores the profound impact of deportation policies on individuals and societies. Addressing this crisis necessitates a multifaceted approach that upholds human rights, ensures due process, and fosters international cooperation to find sustainable solutions for those affected by displacement and deportation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative documentaries. Let us continue to explore the wonders and challenges of our world together.